Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy DJ Damage, man. Damage Control Podcast, man. Season 2, Episode 2. You know I fuck with the movers and the shakers, man, in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Industry giants. Um, Definitely got somebody in the building tonight, man, that I wanted to chop it up with. You know, we met on Clubhouse. Shout out to Clubhouse. And, you know what I'm saying? Now we're here. You know what I'm saying? My boy Breeze, man. What's up with you?
What's good? What's good?
Going on with you? How you, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Chilling, man. You already know. Blessed, man. Blessed and working, man. You already know.
Definitely, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. We're gonna kick this from the beginning, man. First of all, let these people watching live right now, because you know we doing the podcast live, and then we drop the episode after for those that didn't catch it. But
Okay.
let the people know live right now who you are, what you do, what you've done, all that good shit, man. The floor is yours.
Okay. My name is Breeze. I am based in Miami, Florida. I'm an A&R artist manager. I have my own management company where I have artists, producers, engineers, songwriters um, under my team. Um, I worked with Slip and Slide Records, Playboy Music Group. I've done, you know, Interscope, Atlantic. I've been around,
Right.
moving and shaking for a long time.
And that's what I do in this podcast, man. Is I celebrate movers, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to give flowers while you can smell them, while you can inhale them, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
For
so it's
real, man.
appreciated.
You know,
It's
hey,
appreciated.
before we move forward, shout out to Music Speaks TV, my partner in this, man. My clothing sponsor, Ado Clothing. You know what I'm saying? I would wear a hoodie right now, but you see, I got the short sleeve joints on. It's too hot out here. I'm in the back. You feel me? But shout out to Hip Hop Everything, man, for sure, man. Hip Hop Everything for real.com. My main sponsors, you know what I'm saying? They show a lot of love to the podcast, so we got to make sure we show love back. Saying?
Yes, salute to them. Salute to them.
Appreciate it. So, man, let's take it from the beginning, man. What got you into this?
Um, I've always been a lover of music, man. Like I was one of those kids back in the day, growing up in hip hop who just um I got introduced to it from one of my older sisters. She was a big R&B head growing up, so in the house we'd always be having like the box playing on television and watching music videos off the box, or she would go to the store and buy like artist singles, and she you know play the singles on the tape player all day, and
Dope.
the so music was always around. And then I just grew a love for it, and then I just started gravitating to a certain artist who I really liked, like I grew up on like Biggie and Mobb Deep and all the East Coast hip hop. And then as I got older, starting to get more into like Outkast and Goody Mob and stuff like that. But um, it's always been a part. And then just when I was able to get a little bit of money myself, going to the store, buying my own tapes and CDs, and
Mm. Do you
opening
remember what your
open.
first tape you ever personally bought was?
Yes,
What was that?
it was. It was in 1996. My mom took me to Circuit City,
Wow,
and
Circuit City.
yeah, she took me to Circuit City, and I bought the Fugees, the Score album, the first album out.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fire.
And then that was like the first, and like I grew up in a Haitian household, so like that was like the first time I ever heard like someone speak Creole on a record. It was the first time I was like, all right, I can identify with Wyclef because he was representing for us. So it was dope, and I just fell in love with like all the songs on the album, and it just made me want to be a part of the culture.
Absolutely, and contribute to it as well. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, definitely,
That's what it
definitely.
is, man. So, okay, how'd you get your feet wet in the industry?
Um, there's a crazy story behind how I got into it. So after I graduated high school, I joined the military.
Okay.
So when I was in Iraq around 2008, um, my crazy ass had the idea of like, yo, I want to put a mixtape together while we're here in country. So I would meet these other guys who would rap And you just messing around, like they'd freestyle or this person would sing, and I was like, yo, let's do some music.
Right.
And they was like, how? Like we ain't no studio out here. So we found a recording program. We got some Xbox headphones that had a microphone on it, and we recorded a whole tape in Iraq.
Work.
And then I reached out to DJ EFN, who's on Drink Champs.
Shout out to EFN, man.
Yeah, EFN actually hosted the tape,
Wow.
and I can't remember the name of the graphic designer, but
That's
graphic designer,
crazy, though.
yeah, the graphic designer who did the cover was the designer. Like he used to do all of like Wayne's old mixtapes, Khaled's mixtapes, uh, Ross's mixtapes, like, and he didn't even charge us for the cover. Like he was so like he was fucking with what we were doing. So like he did our cover. So shout out to him. I'm sorry I can't remember his name right now, but
Been that long.
he's a legend. Yeah, it's been over like 13 years, but he's a legendary graphic design artist. So he did our cover. He dropped the tape, and after I got out of the military, I came to Miami, and some of the people that I had reached out to, they were like, "Yo, when you get out of the military, come to Miami and check us out." So I followed up with them, and one of the DJs, DJ Smokey Bear, who goes by DJ Smokey now,
right?
he got me my first interning gig for Global Hit Studios in downtown Miami, and it was on from there.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to Smokey, man. Definitely heard his
shout out
name
to him.
throughout the years, even me coming up DJing and shit. Definitely. But that's crazy though. DJ EFN. That's a podcast god right there, man. They call him the Podfathers.
The Podfathers, yeah.
The Podfathers.
Like, he's always
good.
He's always been somebody who, like, over the years has shown love.
He's a real hip hop head.
Yes, real
hip hop,
real
hip hop, real music head. Damn hip hop.
Yeah.
Real music head. He's done a lot of stuff that, you know what I'm saying? Like, even me watching Drink Champs, and like I gotta give them their credit. I got some of the stuff I do on here, even my podcast approach from watching them. But
definitely.
I mean, as everybody does when they want to learn how to do something. You feel what I'm saying? Hell, when I wanted to learn how to DJ, I hung around the OG DJs, DJ Pro Style, Spinatic. You know what I'm saying? Like all the OG DJs back that were doing it. You know, so we've had a chance to talk off this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you learn and you apply. And
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? You know what not to do. You learn what to do. So, for sure, man. But again, shout out to Music Speaks TV. I see you in here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Shout out to Sly.
Yeah, man. Hard working motherfucker right there, man.
Yes. You're supposed to give me a call.
Yeah, y'all get that right. You feel me?
Yeah.
But okay, so you got the intern gig there. So what happened after that?
Yes. From interning, the studio actually shut down. Like the owner of the building, they kicked out all the studios that was in the building because there were too many complaints about smoking and loud noise, and because there was other businesses. Yeah, there was other businesses, like I think there was like a couple lawyers in the building.
Oh,
there was a couple, like just like different businesses. So
and it would have made sense incorporating all those things. I get it.
Yeah, so if you're a lawyer and you go into your office and it smells like marijuana from last night, like it looks bad with your clients. So yeah, it just didn't work. Like they tried to put filters in the studio to kind of get the weed smell out, but it didn't help.
Nah, it ain't gonna work.
So when they shut down the studios, I ended up getting my first internship gig at Po' Boy Music Group.
Shout out to Po' Boy.
Yeah, so the first project they put me on was when Billy blew 36 Reasons. So 36 Reasons had already dropped. it had
Shout out to
street
Billy
pro
Blue, man.
fights.
I need him on here too, man. I want his story on here too. We need to make that happen.
Yeah, Blue's story is nuts. Like, if you ever
We
get a
need him
chance,
on here.
but
He need to do drink champs too. I feel like
yes,
he needs to.
yes,
A lot of the Miami boys need to do drink. I was happy when Pitbull got on there. That motherfucker had a story to tell. You feel me? He kicked a lot of game too.
It was a lot of gems in that for the people
Right.
who haven't seen it. A lot of gems.
For real.
Yeah. So,
but yeah,
I'm
okay.
working
So
with
Billy
Blue.
Blue.
I'm working with Blue. 36 Reasons is already out, and me and him just kicked it off great because we're both Haitian. So he kind of just like took me under the wing and taught me a lot of stuff. As far as like studio etiquette, being on the road, and it's just giving me a lot of advice because he could see that like I was really passionate at the time about wanting to be here and proving myself. So he took a liking to me. Working with Briscoe after he dropped his Revenge mixtape. Getting an opportunity to be around Flow Rider. Around
Flow
that time,
Rider, Flow Rider is one of them people that you would think would be Hollywood as a motherfucker, bro. That motherfucker stood right beside me in Cleo's in Orlando throwing ones at the strippers one time a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Gave us ones to throw. Like, oh, you're the DJs, man. Come on, man. Stop playing. Hey. Flow Rider, a real one.
Flow is one of the coolest people. Like, yeah, he's not a Hollywood person at all. Very humble.
At all.
Very
I got
cool.
that vibe quick.
Yeah, real easy to talk to. Real cool dude. I got a chance to work around him. I met Black, or Six Black, however you want to,
Okay, yeah, he's fire.
He used to be in a group called Team Flight, and I met him around that time.
Black's fire.
Super fire. But this is like before. This is when he was still trying to figure out his sound, and and he was in a group, so you don't hear him as heavy on the records. But
right.
I got a chance to be around a lot of these people, so I was just a sponge around that time, just soaking up game, just figuring out like, all right, I like this, I don't like this, I can do this.
Only very few can relate, because trust me, I know what you mean.
Yeah, just
that drive, that hunger, like they're trying to get on, like not very few understand that hunger. A lot of people look at you like you're crazy. Like, what? Like, what are you doing? There's no fucking way until they see you doing it. And when they see you doing it, they want to be a part of it. By that time, I feel like it's too late.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like, people have to realize that, like, even like how I came up, like, there was a lot of sacrifice, even as an intern. Like, I wasn't getting paid for the work that I was doing at the time, so you got to
both
think
interns
like,
don't.
So like I'm trying to figure out like how I'm gonna get money to put gas in my car to even make it to the studio. So I didn't live nowhere near the studio. If you're familiar with South Florida, the studio is in Miami, and I live in Pembroke Pines.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that was like a 30-minute drive to and a 30-minute drive from.
I used to live in West Palm, so that's about an hour out. So you got yeah. Damn, man, that's a little mission. And it was it was in Miami, huh?
Yes. So I'm over here busting these missions, trying to get to the studio, and it was not easy.
You made it happen, But you made it happen, though, right? So we can sit here and celebrate it now, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So from there, I worked with them guys for about 2 years, and then after 2 years, I left that situation, and then I ended up starting to work with Derek G.
Okay.
And this was around the time Derek was filming a lot of like the behind the scenes stuff for Cash Money and Birdman. So like, when YMCMB was like first starting out, like
Bedrock times.
Yeah, Bedrock, Moment for Life from Nicki, Over for Drake, like around that time, like crazy stuff.
Do you remember the Drake story I told you about how I met him in Gainesville before? I told you that, like by accident.
Nah.
Not you were in the
No.
clubhouse room. I think no, you had just left. I'm gonna tell you now. So this was back when Lupe Fiasco was like the biggest shit in the world. Drake actually opened up for him in Gainesville. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy texted me talking about we're outside. I go outside and go look for him and get locked out. There's
You
a
got
room
locked out of the venue?
locked out of the fucking O'Connell Center. I can't fucking get back in. I'm like pushing the shit. Oh fuck! There's a door that's open. Something tells us go through, and something tells us don't. I listened to the first one. We went through. Security walked past the security dude was there. We're trying to figure out what's going on, bro. To the left of us was Lupe Fiasco. To the right of him was Drake. This was when Best I Ever Had came out. Around that time. We had that mixtape when he was just, like I said, he opened up for Lupe. So think about it now. It would be nowhere near like that at all right now. You know?
Exactly.
So that just goes to show you how an artist can elevate. Like, but now, even Drake then was cool. I got a picture with him on MySpace that I can't find for nothing because MySpace like disintegrated from the world. So you can't fucking find anything you ever posted on there. You feel me? I got a picture with him and Lupe Fiasco and I can't fucking find them anywhere. From back in the day, bro. Like, when was this? Like, 08? Oh, something like that?
Probably.
09?
Probably,
09?
probably,
Like that?
probably 2009. Probably 2009.
Yeah, 2009. Yeah. Around that time, yeah. Yep. It's crazy, man, how times... Now Drake's the biggest shit in the fucking world.
Yeah, it just shows you like, you know, the game can change, and the person you underestimated can be the person who becomes like the biggest thing. But you know, you can never take away from the fact that, you know, he actually put in the work. You know, he stayed consistent. He kept putting out
Absolutely.
music. So that's what it's about.
And he brought it. That's the difference. He brought it. And he brought it in different ways. He made you fuck with him as a rapper. Until the whole ghostwriting shit happened, whatever. But see, the thing about that is, even if you ever have a ghostwriter rumor, you're always gonna have that chained on you. Whether you proved a million times that you don't have a ghostwriter, just that. You feel what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like his fans don't even care though. I feel like, you know.
Nah, but what I'm saying is he made you respect him as a lyricist as well. I'm gonna say it because some of this shit Drake, I haven't seen. Oh my god, he has a different quotable at least every month.
Yeah, like I told one of my friends, I was like, all right, this ghostwriting rumor thing happened after like what 5-6 projects in.
Right.
So think about how when I first heard of Drake was 2008, and he was rapping with Wayne when Wayne was at his peak, like he was the biggest.
Yeah, what was that little freestyle record they did?
They did a couple. They did Ransom.
That one.
Successful. Like,
Ransom.
they did a bunch
Ransom
of
was
records.
what I was talking about. Ransom was
So I was like, okay, so at that time, Drake is still an upcoming artist with, you know, trying to figure out just like the rest of these guys.
Man was on Degrassi, bro.
Yeah, so you can't tell me that other rappers were writing for him then when it wouldn't have benefited them. Like, he had dope shit then. So you can't say that, like, all right, he got a ghostwriter now.
Right.
When he's always giving you bars. He's always been singing. He's always been doing these songs. So I don't think
listen, that diss record, that back-to-back, listen. He showed you how to make it. I haven't heard a diss record like that since Ether. Well, no, since Jadakiss Checkmate. Around them, that and Ether. A lot of people sleep on that fucking diss record, bro. That Jadakiss Checkmate. He's the only one that literally got at 50 and still is around.
Ross too. Ross did it too.
No, Ross too. But what I'm saying is that whatever. Nah, man. Nah. See, I'm a Jadakiss fan, so I'm gonna go to bat for that every time. But he showed you how. Going back to Drake, he showed you how to make a perfect diss record. He made the world hate Meek for a week.
Yeah, he did.
He made liking Meek lame for a week. You know how that, again, going back to 50 and Ja Rule. He made you hate Ja Rule for a minute. That just shows empowerment. You get what I'm saying? That just shows you a figure, not just a temporary artist. That just shows you somebody who's here, who's going to be here. And Drake showed that. He showed you how to be an artist, how to be a battle rapper, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And all that. So, you know, respect to him, man. You know? But that's dope, being around that time, seeing him, Nicki, Tyga. I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole camp, I could, like, just seeing that being assembled, seeing all the different egos combined. Talk to me about that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really spend too much time around those guys. It was more so like, you know, I was still coming up, you know, so I was helping Derek with like his website. I would help him with like different shoots that he would have with like different clients. When it came to the Young Money stuff, like
Yeah.
he was very selective about things that we could be a part of.
But to be
But
real, I can imagine.
yeah,
I can imagine that.
you know, because he didn't want his face to look dirty, you know, around his main client, which was Birdman. Um, you know, Birdman's trusting him
Have
with
you ever had any
filming
conversations with him? With Birdman?
with
Like, you ever
Bird.
came from Birdman? Like,
Nah, never had that opportunity.
never been in that space?
But when I was around them, you know, they were very to themselves. You know, they didn't really like if they were having a conversation and you walked into the room, like they would
They
like be
just stopped
quiet.
talking?
Yeah. So it wasn't like, you know, Bird giving game. But after a while, you know, when they get used to seeing you after a while, like, you know, they start opening up.
Which was,
Um,
that's with everything, though. I can
yeah.
imagine, especially
Um,
around multimillionaires, nigga, I can imagine. You know?
but one thing I can say, if you remember, I don't remember what. Oh, Mac Main and Birdman had dropped a mixtape together. Forgot what it was called. This was like maybe 2007,
Yeah.
and the song they had a song called B Boys, and
I think I remember that record.
yeah, it
Who
was
was all on it? It was
Birdman.
him, just Mac Man and Birdman?
It was Mac Main, Birdman, Kendrick Lamar,
Yes.
and and,
Okay.
and
All
Ace
right.
Hood. Yeah,
Ace
yeah,
Hood.
Ace Hood. Now I wasn't there when Derek shot the video. Now I wasn't there for Ace Hood or Kendrick's part, but when it was time to film Mac and Birdman's part, I was there, and it was crazy because we shot the video in front of Hit Factory in Miami, and Birdman had this old school car. I think he saw it in like a picture or something, and like he wanted the car to be in the video. So they contacted the owner of the car. They brought the car to the studio. They filmed the scene,
Okay.
and then it was like the craziest thing because I'm like, oh, he just saw the car like maybe like a couple hours ago, and he's like, yeah, I want the car in the video. Like I was like, to have power like that, I was like, man, that's crazy. To just be like, I want something, bring it to me, and he made it happen.
No questions asked.
No
That's
questions asked. Like don't.
what that money do, boy.
Yeah,
That's what that money
but
do, man.
but during that video shoot, you know, that was the
Yeah.
first time I had met Mac. That was the first time I had met Wayne, and I think this is Wayne when like he first got out of jail. So this was like my first time meeting him. Um, you know, and it was cool. It was a dope experience, man. Like, still, again, just being a sponge, learning, like, you know, these are guys who, at the time, were in control of hip hop. You know,
Yeah.
IMCMB was the biggest shit ever.
Oh yeah, absolutely, bro. Like it's like the Monstars at that time. Nobody was fucking with them at that time, man. Because they were dropping hits collectively and individually. You can't stop that.
Exactly.
You had Wayne scorching, Drake scorching, Nicki scorching. Even Tiger caught him a couple in that. You got to give Tiger that. A lot of people don't give Tiger that credit. You know, they do the Soldier Boy Tiger, but you feel me? But you gotta give him his credit. You gotta give him his credit.
Tiger had Rack City.
Rack City.
Faded. He had a couple records that I would catch.
He had a couple, bro. And then he came back with that Taste. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, gotta give him the credit. He had records, bro. He had records.
Definitely.
Featured on a lot of big ones too. You know?
Definitely.
He gave you a
definitely
quarantine record. The first one to do it.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
So even
I'm
I'm talking
bored.
about back then. I mean, shout out to Tiger and all that. You feel me? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about back then. You know what I'm saying? Like there was nothing you can do about it. It's kind of like when G Unit it's like when they caught their little run. There wasn't shit you can do about it. But 50 was dropping Banks, Buck, even Yayo. Even when game first came out, there was nothing you could do about it.
Yeah, you just have to just let it happen. Just move to the side.
No.
Put out your music. Hope that you can catch a little buzz too. But yeah, when every time a hip hop crew goes on a run, you just gotta just let it happen. Like you can't stop it.
Right.
Like,
Who you feel is doing that now?
Right now, right now there's not really like a collective of artists that are like buzzing. I would say last year, or maybe like 2019, I would say Dreamville. You know, when they did that Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
If you're a hip hop fan, absolutely.
Yeah, they had a
Commercial
big
wise, hasn't been like that. There hasn't been a collective like that in a long time.
Yes. TDE was like that before Dreamville. You know, when Kendrick, J Rock,
but like how Young Money was.
Nah.
No.
And MMG was like that for a time too, around the same time as Young Money.
Ross. You had Ross, Wale, Meek, even Stolly was dropping some shit. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
But but as of late, I can't think of any collective that is similar to what Young Money or
Gunplay,
MMG.
all them boys was dropping. Yeah. You're right. MMG. Yeah.
That's about it. That's about as close as you're gonna get.
And now it was like more like which artists from here, which artists from there, which artists from here, which artists from here, and that's kind of dope too. But like, I feel like the Migos did it for a little while, but well, QC, you can say QC now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm tripping. QC now.
Yeah.
QC now.
Yeah, but they don't. But QC
collectively, their compilation albums been like but record label wise, you got the Migos, you got Lil Baby. I can stop right there. You got the City Girls. I can stop right there. You feel what I'm saying? Like even Duke Deuce is fucking killing it right now, bringing the crunk music back. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like with them, like I look at them more as like a label than I look at them as like a crew. Like Young Money, you looked at them as like a crew. Like yeah, it's a label too, but
they were a label.
But Wayne introduced them to the world as like, this is my team.
But you gotta also think about it like this: collectively, they were dropping hits, but they were carried by Nicki, Drake, and
Wayne. Yeah.
You had links. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna say their names because it's just what it is. You know what I mean? But the weaker links are the weaker links. Every crew has them. But it is what it is. QC got some weak links too. They've had some weak links. You know what I'm saying?
But QC's always presented the artist as like, this is the artist from the label, and it just so happens that
the fuck out of them. QC shows you how to really push an artist. Real talk.
Definitely.
Shout out to P. Shout out to Coach. Shout out to Two Official.
Yeah. Like when I was coming up in the music business, like those were like people I looked up to. Like I looked up to like Irv Gotti. I looked up to Diddy, Biggs and Dame. I looked up to guys like, Coach K, Kinky B, Shaka Zulu.
Damn.
Like all the black CEOs. I looked up to those guys because I'm like, the artists are great. Like I love Ja, I love Hove, I love all these different guys. Sha Money XL when he was working with G Unit. Kevin Lyles. Those guys really like cultivated. I feel like they laid down the blueprint for young black CEOs to come in, create their own independent labels, partner with the majors, and put out artists their way, create music their way. Like I don't think like they're all legendary in their own having careers that spanned 20 years in the music business. Like a lot of people can't even say that they gone 5.
That's real now. You ain't
So
lying, bro.
I looked up to all those guys. 'Cause I'm like, what they're doing with their labels and their artists, like,
Gotta
that's
respect it.
yeah, like that's stuff that I wanted to be doing. So I'm like, I'm following their blueprint. I'm following, their hard work, their work ethic. Diddy
That's
will always tell you like, you never outworking me. Like there's no way. Like everyone's favorite meme is that video of him like breaking his phone saying I'm a savage, because people don't really know that like in that video prior to, he was trying to get a placement for one of his artists at the MTV Video Music Awards or some show, and like one of the people came back and said like they couldn't do it, so he called them himself and made it happen, and he got so excited. You see, that's the video's end result. I'm a
right.
savage. I'm a savage. Like I can get anything that I want. Like he didn't. His demeanor and what he
Right.
wanted, like just showed like he didn't give a fuck. Like I'm gonna make this happen for my team regardless, no matter what. I'm not gonna take no for an
That
answer.
drive, man, is different.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
You gotta have that drive to relate and understand. You know?
Exactly.
I'm with you
Like
on that for sure. So what you got coming up, man? What you working on now?
right
Like,
now,
you know what I'm saying?
my main focus is my artist.
Okay.
Priority number one is Arlon. He's my R&B artist. Um, we got a song out right now called "Do It" featuring Slip and Slide Records recording artist Mike Smiff.
Shout out to my
Um,
boy Mike Smith.
Definitely shout out to Mike. The record is doing well. Um, it's growing every day. It's R&B and it's different, and a lot of people like. I'm the type of person where I'm not looking for immediate success with my artists. I'm looking for, longevity. Like,
Right.
can you still sell this, you know, 5, 10 years from now? So even if the song is getting slow burn, I'm gonna still support him and the song because I know that, you hear stories all the time about how an artist will promote a song for years before the song pops. And
And it be like
so
that for real.
yeah, like I
A
remember
lot of
hearing
people don't
something
understand that's how it really be.
like I heard like something like Fetty Wap promoted Trap Queen for like 5 years before the song took off.
Wow.
So so
I heard
you
Rick
know,
Ross was pushing hustling for a long time too.
I heard something similar to that. He definitely got a lot of love from Khaled and from DJ SNS and Funk Flex, to help the record, take
Right.
off. But yeah, Ross was in the game for like probably like 10, 15 years before you even heard hustling.
That's
So,
crazy.
but it's just,
But you say
you
you
know,
say you also did work with Slip and Slide. Like, what time did you come into that? When did you come into
I
play?
came into Slip and Slide around the time 2016. I worked for them from 2016 to 2019. So when I came in, the
Ross dropped a
label was,
mixtape around that time, I think.
he might have. I mean, Ross had already left the label. Plies had, was still like active.
2016. I'm saying He dropped. I think around that time is when he dropped that mixtape. He did 50 on. Around that time.
Might have been around that time. It might have been.
I'm trying to think.
Um,
2016. Yeah, Ross had already left Slip and Slide. Obviously. Yeah.
yeah, Ross had already left.
But it was around that
Trick and
time, I think. Yeah.
Trick and Trina weren't really active musically. Um, it wasn't until like 2017, like the label started like, really pushing music again, because they had been out of the game for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, they signed Mike Smith. Um, Sebastian Michael was coming out with new music. Tanier was coming out with new music. Um, the things were starting to pick up again. And in 2018, they signed, like 2018, 2019, they signed FSO De Niro, who's buzzing right now in Broward, and some more acts. Um, but 2019, I no, Was it 2019? Yeah, 2019. Between 2018 and 2019, I was working on Mike Smiff's debut project with the label called All Gas No Breaks 3.
Okay.
Um, I helped put that project together.
Oh, so you came around the Mike Smiff time. That's all you had to
Yeah,
say. Yeah, around the Mike Smiff time. Okay.
yeah. Like
Okay.
when Mike first signed to the label, I was there. And I was his A&R project manager, uh, everything,
So you're doing
and
everything for Mike, basically.
pretty much. But it wasn't just me though. Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like it wasn't like a team effort. But I was definitely the person in charge of getting things done for him. So yeah, because at the time we were trying to do this Trick and Trina album, but
Okay.
we couldn't. But we couldn't get them on the same page musically.
Damn.
And then Love and Hip Hop came up. So instead of doing
When
the
they were
album,
arguing, my shit was hotter than
yeah. So
yours.
instead of doing the album, they ended up doing the show. And from the show, it led them to the opportunity of doing the morning show on the radio.
Right. Okay.
So ended up working out for them.
Okay. That's what's up. So when did you leave there?
I left after Mike's project dropped. So like I say like June, July of 2019. I ended up leaving the
So you were there for
label
like 3 years, roughly.
pretty much. But it was a good experience. Shout out to Ted and the whole staff. I had a lot of the stuff I had from working with independent artists already. A
Okay.
lot of stuff I had kind of already knew, and I was more so looking to learn things that I could elevate my game with. But I
Understood.
didn't get that opportunity. So we decided to part ways. But there was a couple things that I did learn, but for the most part, I wanted to be in an environment that challenged me, that could allow me to grow and
Absolutely. You
just
want to do
learn
that.
learn it.
You don't want to. You don't want to outgrow your tank. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Once you
and
feel like
I
once you feel like you maxed out somewhere, it's your time to go. And I get it.
pretty much I agree, and I just felt like if I'm already you know using things that I already know, um, I'm not in the best environment. I need to be in an environment to where I can learn and grow. I want to be a better A&R. I want to be a better future executive in this music thing, and I can't
You got to be in
learn.
motion. You can't be doing the same shit over and over
Yeah,
and over. And you got to advance. It comes to the point in time where you got to leave the shit you're doing in the
yeah.
fucking past.
So
If you already surpassed it.
so after we dropped Mike's project, I had left the label, um, and just continued to focus on building my own thing. I was like, I can't look up to the Irv Gottis and the Rockefellers and the Murder Incs. and Cash Moneys of the world if I'm not willing to, jump out of the porch on my own and risk it myself. So
Absolutely.
I said, let me go ahead and start this company, find some artists, cultivate my artists, and build with them and grow and see what happens. So that's
You
kind of
came
what I've
into
been
this.
doing since.
You came into this with stuff. I say stuff because you come with knowledge, experience, wisdom
Yes.
that you've would have had to learn being a new record label owner or a new A&R, or you can't. You've already went through the trials and tribulations and all the bullshit to know what to tell the artist to guide them to not make the mistakes that you may have seen other artists make and things of that nature. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what's up, man.
Yeah,
That's a blessing.
definitely. I mean, because even before, like there was a time period in between Po' Boy and Slip and Slide where I was working with a lot of independent artists from Fort Lauderdale and Miami, helping them put together their projects, shooting music videos with them. Just kind of like all the stuff that I learned from Po' Boy, just kind of implementing that with these independent guys, and then gaining experience with them, traveling to the different festivals with them, building, relationships with them. And then when I got to Slip and Slide, I was kind of already seasoned in a lot of the things that they wanted to teach me. So I was like,
Right.
all right,
Man,
I had
yeah.
already I had already been doing this stuff. I could already tell you who to call, who to reach out to, where to go, who's the point of contact for
They be
this.
trying to like little nigga you in the beginning, like if you don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations like that too, like where they think you don't know. And when you end up telling them, no, don't do it like this, it's like this. Oh, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we can't play with him. He
yeah.
knows
I
what's
mean,
going on.
it's one of those things where, like, you got to get past the person's ego and show them, like, all right, this isn't like a who has who's the top dog in the situation. It's about, at the end of the day, like, if you do music and I do music, you definitely want to find out where a person's head at, because that's gonna dictate, you know, what we're gonna do and how we're gonna move forward. If you're so focused on, well, I'm the biggest person in the room, then we're not gonna get anywhere. Plus, at the end of the day, the most important part is we're not doing this for us.
Right.
We're not making these records for us to just listen to in the car and that's it. We're making this music for the fans.
Absolutely.
So we can't be focused on like whether or not, like, who has the biggest ego in the room, because that's a personal issue. We're
Mine,
not
to
we're
me
not
personally, I don't like being the biggest person in the room. I don't like being the top person in the room. I don't like that. Where am I learning from you? If I'm in a room where people are learning from me, I'm gonna get exhausted. I'm not a teacher.
facts.
I'm a sponge, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like everybody else, I soak game up. I apply my game, and the game is to be sold, not told, man. So you know what I mean? I don't like being the biggest person in the room or the smartest either. Never been me, and I've been like that. Like COVID has put me in a lot of those rooms, and I'm like, no, this ain't it.
Yeah, I mean, it's to music, like, we all have a love for it, we all have a passion for it, but it's not for us to use it as like, all right, I'm the most successful person in the room, you're gonna follow whatever I say. It's more so, how can we collaborate, or do something together that's gonna provide a better experience for the listener, because that's what
Right,
we're making this stuff for. We're
right,
not making this stuff so that me listen to it. We're making this so that, you know, this song could potentially be a part of the soundtrack of these people's lives. You know, that's gonna this song's gonna help this person get through something. This song's gonna help this person party, feel good,
right.
be
Creating
attached to a
the
memory.
vibe creator, man. You know.
Yeah. So once we get the ego out of the way, we can start focusing on how can we create more music that's gonna be like that.
Absolutely. Hey, shout out everybody watching the IG live right now, man. For those that don't catch this, you're gonna catch it when it drops on Thursday on the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? It's Damage Control Podcast. You know what I'm saying? But man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I know you shared some gems with me on Clubhouse. That shit's a hell
Definitely.
of a that shit's a hell of an app, man. Like the Clubhouse, man. Let me tell y'all something. For those watching right now, if you have an iPhone and you have anything going on in your life, jump on that. Get somebody. Get with me if you have to. I got a couple of invites in the stash. You feel me? But but if you do, I advise you, if you want to learn and apply and get better at what you do, fuck with the Clubhouse. I sound like I should do the commercial for them niggas, man.
Yeah, you should. You just gave them like such publicity right now.
Nah, real talk,
Now,
because yo, look how many producers me and you have met on Clubhouse. The producer team that we're about to assemble off Clubhouse. The connections. Me and you aren't looking at each other because of fucking Clubhouse. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
very true.
I don't know about, I can't really say this for tax purposes on here, but I made some money off Clubhouse already. You feel what I'm saying? But
What what money.
No,
I don't know what money
I
you're
don't
talking
know
about.
nothing, man. It's Monopoly money though for those watching, but I don't know nothing. But nah, real shit though, like you know. So
Nah, I feel like I agree
game
with you.
clientele, bro. They got some gigs. Come on, man. So shout out to Clubhouse, man. You go check out our official room too. 9 p.m. every day. You feel what I'm saying? He's one of the hosts and moderators on there with me. You know what I mean? But yeah, Breeze, man. Anything you want the people to know, man. Anything you want to, the floor is yours now,
man. I definitely would love for everyone to, follow my Instagram page. It's In the Wind Management. INTHEWINDMGMT. Follow us. I post all of my artist content on that page. If you're an artist, producer, songwriter, engineer, and you're interested in working with any of the artists, please tap in with me on there. Check out my artist Arlon. Check out his single "Do It" with Mike Smiff.
Boy, nice.
Check out These Bands and his single "Vibe Out" with SL the Don. I got some more artists coming on the way that I'm working with that I'm very excited. Also, yeah, I got you've met one of them the other night, Arrow.
Yes.
Yeah, super talented kid.
Super dope.
Fort Lauderdale.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Where are you from again?
Also, he's from Fort Lauderdale, but he's currently in Atlanta right now.
Smart move.
But we got an amazing project from him coming soon. Also, my producers, I can never leave out my guys. D Will, amazing producer. And my guy Will Notes. Will Notes is probably one of the most humblest, hardworking guys I've had a pleasure to meet. We've been rocking for like 10 years, and his sound is amazing. Like he can literally do it all: trap, R&B, hip hop, pop, like whatever somebody needs. Like he's prepared. There's always a bullet in the clip.
One of my, I'm in the back of my house, right? This motherfucker sound like he ready to race. I know you hear it.
Yeah, I'm hearing the little engine revving a little bit.
Right. Anyway, one crazy part about it is, dude, where I live at is like the quietest fucking place. Just my luck. You know what I'm saying? Just
like he wants some smoke.
Not like I said, we usually do the podcast episodes in the studio, but since COVID, you feel what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to be away, so you feel what I'm saying? That's what we doing here, though. It's cool. I'd rather like this. I like the vibe more. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Me, honestly. But yeah, shout out to Music Speaks TV, man. Shout out to Do Clothing, man. Shout out to Hip Hop Everything. My brothers YTC for life. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I appreciate you tapping in with the artists I'm fucking with over here too, man. You know what I mean? Young
yes,
Flex,
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Young Dread, 420 Stunner. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying?
We got a record. We're finishing up. We should be done with it in like the next couple days. I'm gonna send over for some of the guys that you introduced me to. Some crazy shit that we've been working on. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna send that to you.
About to drop bombs. I'm about to drop some bombs on y'all this year, man.
Yeah, like I'm the type of person where me and you spoke about this offline. It's just like, okay, we met on Clubhouse. We've introduced ourselves. We noticed that, all right, we have a mutual respect for each other and what we do. Now what? Like, all right, are we just going to continue to just talk on Clubhouse, or are we going to actually make something happen?
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
no, real shit.
I feel like a lot of people on Clubhouse.
We're going to get to it, or we're just going to keep talking and muting the mic?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
I feel like a lot of people on Clubhouse waste time because it's like, all right, you're finally meeting the people that you wanted to connect with, whether it's artists.
A lot of people just want to connect with them just to say that they're connecting with them.
Yeah,
a lot of people just like the, oh yeah, this person fucks with me. All right, so what are you doing with it?
Exactly.
What are you doing for them to keep fucking with you?
100. So that's why I'm like, me and my guys, like the moment we make connections and we feel like it's something that we can do, we start working immediately.
That's
You
how it
know,
should be.
we got like I said, I got beats for a lot of those guys you introduced me to. It's just timing really.
We're about to
Is
drop some bombs this year, man.
definitely
We're about to
definitely.
drop some bombs this year, man. But Breeze, I appreciate you coming on, man. We got the room at 9, man. So, you know what I mean? We're going to kick it on there. Any shout outs? Anything you want to say? Anything? The floor is yours again to close out.
Well, shout out to you for allowing me to be a part of your platform.
Absolutely.
It's an honor and a pleasure. Shout out to my team. Shout out to, you know, everybody in Tampa, Ocala, Leesburg, the whole Central Florida. I rocks with y'all. I
Love, bro.
appreciate. Shout out to Music Speaks TV.
My
Still waiting on
guy.
a phone call.
My
My number ain't changed.
Boy, ain't playing, Sly. Hit him up, man. Hit him up, man.
Yeah,
He gonna hit you up.
I haven't called T-Mobile and made any changes to my account. So whenever you wanna run that call,
Oh shit, but yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Music Speaks TV though, man, for sure.
yeah, shout out to everybody, and hopefully we'll see everybody tonight on the room at 9.
Yeah.
Tap in with us, drop some gems, play some music, create some vibes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But again, Breeze, I appreciate you coming out here, man. This Damage Control Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. Your boy DJ Damage, man. Shout out Music Speaks TV, Ado Clothing, Hip Hop, everything. You know what's going on. Gotta tap in, man. Make sure you go watch all the older episodes on YouTube, man. Show your boy some love, man. We gone.
100.